is Mod Pyro Boys.
And this is a camp canister comparison.
What's up, Pyros, and welcome to the Pyro Camp shed. I'd like to welcome you all to the first Pyro Camp canister shell comparison. For our canister shell comparison today, we've got 4 different types of cans. So let's take a look at what we've got. So, as you can see from my creative box cutting, we've got Hydra bombs, Neon Beef, Joint Task Force, and Terminator T-800 shells. Now, you've heard me talk before in some of my canister comparisons about how a lot of pyros will just put random canisters or seemingly random canisters up side by side, and it may look that way to you tonight, but I want you to know that it's not. A pyro friend of mine from social media, Pyrofunk, is getting married today, and even though he's hundreds if not thousands of miles away, I thought it would be fun to shoot some canisters in congratulations of his big day. So, all of these shells that you see are chosen to be from the colors of the bridal party. So that's kind of fun. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to put brand by brand up all the brand together one at a time. We're going to start with Hydra bombs, 4 of those, and then 3 Neon Beef and 3 Joint Task Force. And all of those I'm going to fuse in my Pyro Boom 18-shot rack, which you can see behind here, with pink safety fuse. So that's about 1/2 an inch. And then when we get to the T-800 shells, which are all these silver ones here, I'm going to switch to Magic Link B, which is pretty fast. It's actually 1 second per foot. So you can do the math on that one to figure out how fast it goes for an inch. So we're going to see how they all look. I have marked down all the shells and their effects, and I will put them up when we take our second look. But for the time being, I'm going to get to fusing, and then we'll show you how that looks when we get there. All right, we'll see you in a minute, everybody. Okay, Pyros, so here is the fusing situation for our October the 5th canister comparison. First of all, if you take a look, you'll see that I did put a very slight angle, just so we can have some distinction between our shells if they wind up going together at all. I don't think that's really going to happen, but I gave myself a very long leader because this is a little bit faster fuse than I'm used to using on a canister comparison. And we've got the first 4, which are all the Hydra bombs right here. Boom, boom, boom. And then I decided to keep 1 kit in 1 lane, 1 kit in 1 lane, 1 kit in 1 lane, so that we'll have lag between the lanes where there's extra space of the fuse to help us distinguish when the Hydras are done and the Neon Beef start. So we've got our Hydra bombs, like we talked about, and then we'll have our lag while the fuse burns around here. Come down this way with the Neon Beef. Boom, boom, boom. And then we'll come over here, and we'll start here and head up this way with the Joint Task Force. And then, when it gets really a little bit more wonky, is when we get to our T-800s, where you see I went across at an angle to also, because this fuse burns very quickly, to hopefully have a little bit of spacing time between the shells, and also to prevent some fuse jumping. And then up here, we've got just a little bit extra of that Magic Link to make sure I get around the corner okay. Boom, boom for our last 2 shells for our 5 T-800s. So, all that's left now is wait for the sun go down, take it down to the bottom of the big field, and light her up. Ready? Let's go. man, that was awesome. I hope you guys liked it as much as I did. You could hear Charlie yelling too. Those shells, the sound of them echoing through the mountains, that was really super. I can't wait to take more canisters up to camp with me. And those T-800s, that was the first time I shot those. Very, very impressive. Incidentally, I was kind of feeling torn between picking that one and choosing another kit. And Pyrofunk is actually the guy who said, hey, dude, go for the T-800s. They're really good. So kudos on that, man. That was an excellent piece of advice. Thank you very much. So anyway, we are going to take our second look now. I will put a photo for the label from each canister kit on the screen somewhere and put the description of each individual shell in text at the bottom of the screen. And we'll slow things down and take a look at each one individually before we come back and talk about how we really felt. All right, let's take a look. Here we go. All right, Pyros. I gotta say, once again, overall pretty good. Yet I do need to put in there that don't know if some of you probably saw the Hydra bomb full kit demo. Some of the labeling was mismatched. That happened again. This is I'm into my second kit of Hydra bombs now. One of the shells was an effect that was a different number and label later in the kit, and one of them I couldn't find just by looking over the listings at all. The T-800 shells looked great. One of the cans didn't quite perform exactly as I was expecting based on the label. But all the window shells actually were labeled accurately and did exactly what I was expecting them to do. So, leave me a note in the comments and let me know what you thought of all the cans, but also what do you think about individual canister labels? I mean, maybe I'm just like a fireworks company's worst nightmare is being the kind of guy that's going to rifle through each kit and look at every single can as an individual thing instead of just putting a whole bunch up at once. Do you guys do that? Or do you just want to throw up a bunch of canisters in the air, light the sky up, and have a great time? Either way, it's all good. It's all fireworks and it's all fun, and that's why we really do this stuff. So, hope you enjoyed the canister comparison. We're definitely going to be doing more, as well as full canister kit demos. So keep an eye on Vermont Pyro Boys in the future, and go ahead and give us a subscription if you haven't yet, because you're not going to want to miss them. Don't forget to click the like button if you liked the video, and always send me a note in the comments, whether it's about this video or anything you enjoy about fireworks in general, because this is social media, and I love to chit-chat with all you guys, hear what you're up to, and see what you're up to, too. So post those videos as well, and we'll see you next time on the Vermont Pyro Boys. Later.